Very good day for you. Today we are going to talk with you about private agricultural extension. Normally, there are main three type of agricultural extension system available in Sri Lanka. One is public extension. Second one is private extension. Third one is NGO extension. So, public extension, you know that the government bodies are involved in agricultural extension. They use public money. As example, you know that the Smallholding Development Authority, they are work with tea farmers for developments. They are tea lands, promoting tea cultivation and sharing informations. They are mainly focusing on agricultural extension. Tea Smallholding Authority, coconut cultivation sport. They are work with coconut farmers. They also are one of leading public extension body. Also, there are many public extension bodies available in the country. Animal husbandry, plantation sectors, what is called agricultural sector, especially in paddy. The Department of Agriculture, they are involved in a lot of extension activities. The public extension bodies, they use public money for the work on agricultural extension. So second one is NGO extension. Actually, the NGO extension mean, you know that a lot of NGOs are involved in different agricultural activities. They are using project approach, and they work with farmers regarding empowerment, capacity building, financial literacy, like area. So the NGOs are involved in agricultural extension. They use project approach, and they use also the short term regarding 1 year to 5 years work period. They involved in agricultural extension activities. So they are the second category. The third category, especially the private sector, they are involved in agricultural extension. You know that private sector mean they are work with farmers for businesses, or work with farmers for profit generations. So the private sector involved in or working or investing on extension for profit. So there are main three type of extension activities the private sector basically involved. One is business to business extension activities. So that mean the one agricultural company to other customer or other consumer company, they directly give extension service company to company. As example, fertilizer company, the extension officers or extension departments of the fertilizer companies, they directly give service to the tea factories. So they want the extension service from the agri input company. So company to company approach, or otherwise we call business to business approach. The second one is business to consumer, business to customer approach. So directly the input companies, they give advisory service to direct consumer or customer. So business to customer approach is the second approaches. So that what happened is the input companies who involved in agricultural extension activity, who directly go to the farmer level and directly advise to their direct customers. So that is called farmers to farmers approach, or company to customer approach. So otherwise we call it a business to customer approach, so B2C approach. The third format is business to industry. So in here actually companies are not worried about their profit and the lead generation and profit generations, they don't worry. So just they give their service to the industry for the development of the industry without considering direct profits, but their services will help them to generate their brand names, their the link with farmers, relationship with industry, right? Relationship with different public bodies. It will help them. So that is called indirect benefit they have involving in business to industry approaches. These are the main three approaches private sector involved in agricultural extension activities. And the second thing is in private sector involved in agricultural extension, we have to know about what is called the rationale. So why they are involved in agricultural extension activities and for what they are involved in. So there are 5 to 6 rationales. So one is brand promotions, the brand name promotion. So there are a lot of agri-input companies who involved in agricultural sector in Sri Lanka. They consider the promoting brand name through the extension services. So the extension officers, they go to the field and advise to the farmers, and same time they helps to company to build up their brand name. So the benefit for the company is the farmer believes their brand names and they link with their brand names. Therefore it generates additional demand for the product of particular brand. So therefore that company can earn a lot money for the additional demands, and the cost incurred for extension activity can be covered via the premium pricing strategy that generate due to the high demands of the farmers for the particular brand or particular product. So that is called brand promotions. The second one is the product promotions. So that product promotion means particular extension bodies or companies or the extension officers of the companies, they go to the field and they advise to the farmer regarding their problems, and the same times they promote their product range within the farmers. So that means it will help to generate additional leads inside to the business, so additional sales inside to the business of the company. Therefore the particular company can sell additional amounts of their production, so additional quantity they can sell. The expenses for extension services will be covered via the additional sales they generated via extension services, right, which is called product promotion. The third one is actually supply chain approach. So that supply chain approach means the companies, they especially the what is called supermarket chain, they are highly involved in the supply chain approaches. In here, extension officers are advising on good agricultural practices, good hygienic practices, good handling practices, and good maintenance practices. Like the practices they advise to the farmer, so that will help to help them to secure or guaranteed the quality of the vegetables they bring into the supermarket chain. So they were guaranteed the quality is this, and also they were guaranteed the levels of chemicals, the amount of chemicals and the type of chemicals they use due to their superb extension service. So because of this extension service, that the quality product will come to the supermarkets. So that quality, additional quality they secured, additional quality they maintain due to the extension officer, they can charge additional price or they can add some additional price to their product at the supermarket. So the cost of extension services will be covered by cost plus pricing strategy or premium pricing strategy at the supermarket product. So this is called supply chain approaches. So a lot of supermarket chains who are dealing with vegetable farmers are following this supply chain approach. The another one is buyback system. One is leading agricultural system in working in Sri Lanka. So all the inputs, maybe fertilizer, pesticides, seeds, also advisory service also consider as one of input for the costing. So the buyback system, what happen is all the inputs are given by the company and the product will be by the company as at the pre-agreed price. So that is called buyback system. So the agricultural advisory and extension service also consider as input. Also that cost for the advisory and extension services also adds to the pricing formula at the time of agreement they sign before the season is start. So that is called buyback system. Lot of companies they work with export market or export businesses. They are they are doing good job with buyback system, so they are using this approach, buyback system approach in extension service. And another one is a motivational approach that is called small regional banks. They give loans for farmers for their development. So what they are doing is the extension officers, they advise to small holders to maintain their businesses, to motivate to business and keep them line with business to cover their cost. Their motivational approach. These are the few type of rationale used by different private sector companies in agricultural extension, so that all these activities will help to generate their profit in the business. So same time, actually, when you consider about the designations given by the companies to their extension officers, so actually it is a kind of hybrid approach they have. They are also part, they are playing part of what is called sales parts as well as extension parts. That is why the designation is given like technical sales executive, sales and product promotion officer, extension and sales promotion officer. Like designations are given due to this reason. All the field staff, actually they are playing two roles. One is sales roles, another one is the extension roles. So this is the private sector role in agricultural extension. So actually most of these services are actually market driven extension or demand driven extension. So you know that demand driven means the extension officers of the private sector, they know what's the demand from the farmer, what's the information, so what's the services they are requesting from the extension services. That is called demand driven extension. So what's the demand from the farmer, that is called demand driven extension. And also market driven extension also they practices, because they consider what's the requirement of their consumer, what's the consumer asking from the particular products, and that to generate that quality they use this extension service. This is called market driven extension service. So demand driven and the market driven, these are the basic things of agricultural extension services used by private sector and how they generate the profit. Also another thing is, actually they hope to give some kind of overall package, holistic packages to the farmers. That means they are not just give the service, they give some what is called input and other solutions for their problems, and other laboratory service, quality service, certifications, social media supports, like business planning, and all the total package they try to give for the consumers or customers. So because of that, the demand for the private sector extension is every day rising, or every day day by day that the demands for the extension services are rising due to this total packages approach. So this is the basic about private agricultural extension system in Sri Lanka, as well as how they generate profit. So with this I would like to conclude our first podcast on Agri-Biz Academy regarding agricultural extension. With this we will conclude today's sessions, and thank you very much for listening to our podcast on our YouTube channel, and see you soon with the newest topics regarding agriculture. With that, thank you very much. Bye bye.